Marty Uribas reports now that a Valley company has invented a better way to debitter orange juice.
Many countries produce oranges for the fresh fruit market that have a problem when they're processed. When they're processed, they develop an intense bitterness after a period of time. It's a delayed bitterness. And trying to remove this bitterness without damaging the product itself or making it harmful to the consumer has been a very big problem and a very interesting problem for researchers around the world.
California Citrus Producers Incorporated has a new invention. It's designed to debitter orange juice, giving it a sweeter taste.
We've come up with a process that requires no toxic chemicals.
At certain temperatures and pressures, the carbon dioxide will strip the juice of limonene, which is a primary bitter compound in all citrus juices. The invention is not new. It's used in Europe to take the caffeine out of coffee and Australia to extract hops from certain beers. But in the U.S., it still is in the investigative stage.
I estimate around the world it could probably be anywhere from $30 million or more. It increased the profits of their juices by at least that much in 1 year.
Now, although the process may sound long and complicated and something only scientists would understand, you're probably interested in the end product, what the juice finally tastes like. Well, let's find out. This is before the debittering process. Tastes bitter. And this is after. Well, you'll have to take my word for it. It's a lot better. In Lindsay, Marty Uribas, 47 Eyewitness News.
Bridget's birthday party.
Thank you very much. I won't even get
You're welcome, big guy.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Finally tonight, orange juice producers are hopeful a research breakthrough will turn a large part of the current citrus market from bitter to sweet. Nearly half of all the juice squeezed from navel oranges turns bitter during processing because of a chemical known as limonene, which is a major problem in the juice industry.
You take an early season navel orange and juice it and put it in your refrigerator, the next morning it'll taste very bitter. But if you eat the orange right away, you won't taste it, and this will hopefully interfere with that bitter development so that we as juice processors will be able to produce a bitter tasting orange juice.
The chemical is a hormone known as an auxin. It'll be sprayed on orange groves in Lindsay as an experiment, and if researchers say if it works, it could be a boon to the juice industry.
Growers approximately our growers approximately $1 million, and the California citrus growers around the state approximately $5 to $10 million.
If it is a success, the only drawback to the chemical's widespread use may be its cost to growers. And that's our report for tonight.
Contains a bitter substance when juiced. As 23's Carl Schweitzer reports, scientists are trying to sweeten the fruit.
The fruit juice business is big money, more so in other states than here, because certain California varieties of citrus contain a substance called limonene, which makes them bitter. Now, researchers are working on a way to remove the bitterness scientifically.
They have come up with an auxin that they have found interrupts the formation of this compound biologically. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to find a way that can take this bitterness out of the processed juice, so we can blend it in and sell it for a price comparable with other high-quality juices.
As soon as the orange trees blossom again this spring, researchers in Southern California will spray a grove with a special hormone designed to halt the bitter-tasting limonene.
We estimate anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million for our plant alone per year increase in profits, as well as perhaps for the state of California it could be 5 times that amount. And then there's other markets around the world that it could increase even more.
Researchers won't know until they taste next year's orange harvest if the process works. But with millions of dollars potentially there in a new market, the test is worth it. Reporting from Lindsay, Carl Schweitzer, 23 News.
Speaking of something tasting good, do you remember those Girl Scout cookies you ordered a while?
Good year for orange juice lovers and growers. Last year's and this year's crops have brought in such a good bunch, the prices are the best they've been ever. California Citrus Producers Incorporated claims to be paying the best prices in California to growers. Last year, it paid out $165 a ton for Valencia oranges and $78 a ton for navel. This year, although it's gone down for Valencia, it's up for the navel variety. So while this year's supply of oranges is good, making both consumers and growers happy, there's more good news. There's a new debitterness process being used to change the taste of navel oranges to match that of Valencia oranges, which are commonly used for juice.
We have come up with a process to remove that bitterness, and we have had the USDA look at it, and we're able to change substandard juice to grade A juice that we can use in blending or selling.
2 years ago, California Citrus thought it had a method to debitter the juice down pat. But although the supercritical carbon dioxide process worked, it was economically unfeasible. Now, with the backing of Dow Chemical, a new process is being used.
The process involves an absorbent debittering resin. It's very similar to water softeners. We pour the juice through a sandy type resin, and this resin selectively absorbs the limonene, which is the bitter component of the juice.
In Lindsay, Marty Urivas, 47 Eyewitness News.
We'll see you.